Chapter 34, Helaman and the 2,000 Young Warriors. The people of Ammon had promised God that they would never fight again. They lived near the Nephites, and the Nephites protected them. When enemies of the people of Ammon attacked the Nephites, the people of Ammon wanted to break their promise and help the Nephites fight. Helaman and the other Nephite leaders did not want the people of Ammon to break their promise to God. The young sons of the people of Ammon had not made the promise. They wanted to help the Nephite army fight for freedom. 2,000 of these young men chose to defend their country. They asked Helaman to be their leader. These young men were valiant, brave, and strong. They were also honest and trustworthy, and they kept the commandments of God. Helaman led his 2,000 young warriors into battle. He called them his sons, and they called him their father. Although the sons of Helaman had never fought, they were not afraid. Their mothers had taught them to have faith in God and to know that He would help them. Helaman and his army fought several battles against the Lamanites. These young men obeyed all of Helaman's orders. They fought bravely and helped drive the enemy away. After the battle, Helaman found that all his sons had been hurt, but not one had been killed. It was a miracle. Helaman was very happy. He knew that these young men had been protected because of their great faith in God.
My beloved brother Moroni, in the morning I go to war with my 2,000 sons. I call them sons, for they are all very young, and yet they have the courage of men. I had hoped they would never see the horrors of war, for I love each boy as if he were my own. Nevertheless, God's will be done.
I figured it out, Helaman. I know how to use your boys in battle without risking their lives. Your 2,000 will march north of Antipara as if carrying supplies to our armies in the city of Noah. I know how Amaran thinks. When he sees you, he will follow. Then we'll follow and surprise him here, forcing him to turn and fight.
A decoy?
Precisely. Your boys will not have to raise a sword.
And yet, Amaran's army is swift. If they catch my sons...
The plan is not without danger. That's why you must keep a good pace, Helaman. Keep your faithful boys out of reach, and let my army put an end to Amaran.
It's a good plan, Antipas. We will do our best.
God be with you. And get some rest.
And now, Moroni, as I promised to tell you the history of my sons, my 2,000 stripling warriors. They are the children of the people of Ammon, who made a covenant with God that they would never kill again. And they watched their righteous fathers bury their swords deep in the earth. But behold, the wicked Lamanites came against the people of Ammon to slay them. And because their fathers had made a promise that they would never shed blood again, they suffered themselves to be killed. Therefore, many of my young sons were raised without fathers. But behold, their mothers taught them to have faith in Jesus Christ, to pray always, and to obey the commandments of God. Yea, it was the mothers who turned my sons into faithful young men. Now it came to pass that the wicked Lamanites began again to attack the people of Ammon. Therefore I began to fear for them. Yea, my mind was troubled, for we could not protect them properly. Therefore I knew their death was certain. But behold, as my heart was in despair, my 2,000 sons came forward and offered their lives to protect their people. And this they were free to do, for they had not entered into their father's covenant. And now, Moroni, it is these same 2,000 who are with me today, who sit on the eve of battle, and who I love with my whole soul. God protect them. Stronger men have run in fear from the dangers my boys face at dawn.
The sun is up, sir. We're ready to march.
Helaman! Helaman! Amaran's coming.
What? That can't be. Is there no sign of Antipas?
None, sir.
Something's gone wrong. Listen, you are the captain now. Lead the army due west into the wilderness. Go! 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 Stop!
What? What is it?
Shh! They're not following us anymore.
What's happening?
They're not following us.
They might be surrounding us, sir.
It's a trap. It has to be.
They're trying to draw us out. Let's just stay here.
No, I'm with Kid. We're being surrounded.
Maybe Antipas caught them from behind.
Then we must return.
I was given orders to keep you out of battle, Gid.
Helaman, sir. Antipas has marched at full speed for 2 days. His army is half the size of Amaran's. Our God is with us, sir. He will not let us fall. We must go back.
What say you, my sons? Will you go against them in battle?
Our mothers taught us that if we never doubted, God would deliver us. And we know they spoke the truth.
Oh, that every child could have such a mother.
In one of the most powerful and instructive stories from the Book of Mormon, the people of Ammon had covenanted never again to take up weapons for the shedding of blood. But when they saw the danger and the many afflictions which the Nephites bore for them, they were moved with compassion and were desirous to take up arms in the defense of their country. Helaman and his brethren persuaded them to honor their covenant with the Lord. The scriptural account doesn't tell us who first pointed out that their sons had not made the same covenant their parents had made. I like to think it was one of the young men who suggested the possibility that he and his peers be allowed to take up arms and call themselves Nephites. And they entered into a covenant to fight for the liberty of the Nephites, yea, to protect the land under the laying down of their lives. This was an extraordinary task for a group of 2,000 young men, but they were extraordinary young men. The rest of the story tells how these young men fought valiantly against the much older and much more experienced Lamanite army. According to their leader, Helaman, they fought as if with the strength of God, and with such mighty power did they fall upon the Lamanites that they did frighten them, and for this cause did the Lamanites deliver themselves up as prisoners of war. Imagine that. These inexperienced young men were so spiritually and physically prepared and so powerful that they frightened their foes into surrendering. Although all 2,000 of the young men were wounded in battle at one time or another, not one was killed. Again, quoting Helaman, and we do justly ascribe it to the miraculous power of God, because of their exceeding faith in that which they had been taught, to believe that there was a just God, and whosoever did not doubt that they should be preserved by his marvelous power.